threw this question to ourselves and we thought that how can we recreate the ground at multiple levels, and that's what we did. I'm VC, I'm architect for Mana Verdant Terraces, upcoming project in Sarjapur.
I'm Tasneem, studio director at SSDA, part of the design team for Mana Verdant Terraces.
What if we have to create multiple grounds at elevated levels? Like if you're living on a ground floor, you have access to the immediate greens. When you go higher and higher, you get almost detached, literally, from the immediate nature or the access to nature. We threw this question to ourselves and we thought that how can we recreate the ground at multiple levels, and that's what we did. We started with large format balconies on the ground floor which slowly shrink almost like a mountain, and then they rise up onto the whole facade and they continue like a creeper that grows on the facade and gives access at various levels, and it recreates your ground for you, so to say, and that opens up multiple opportunities for terrace farming and other activities that residents might be very keen to engage. I think one of the core idea what we did in this particular project was to create a large central space, a green lung space. We looked at the opportunities how this landscaping becomes integral part of the facade. So we took landscaping in a stepped manner through various balconies which were larger at the ground floor, and then slowly they step onto the facade. So what it does is that at every level it recreates the ground, it gives access to all the residents at every floor to nature and to the elements. Also being open on three sides, each unit enjoys the natural daylight opportunities and also access to cross ventilation. These are some of the things that I feel would make this project very distinct from a lot of other projects that we see around. The management through Kishore sir was that he wanted a development that is driven by community, and there has to be something for everyone, right from kids to elderly, and so that's why we also have paid a lot of attention for accessible spaces and also to provide enough recreation areas. We have a lot of outdoor amenity areas that creates a very holistic environment. If I were to describe it in very simple terms, then I would say that it's uncompromising. So, have access to almost like a 1 acre of a central park, more than 1 acre of a central park, and equally large area for amenities attached to it at the back. That is, I think, the first thing they will notice. Another thing they will notice is that how landscape has become integral part of their built
Natural
environment,
integrated, yeah.
or the spaces, the outdoor semi-open spaces that we've created.
I would always think of the gardens that are available. So I think any project that you go for, you're not going to find this much of the garden of the Bangalore. Like Garden City is just coming back to Verdant Terraces. So you should think about everything that is possible. Gives you homes at elevated levels. You find your own levels, Vastu compliant, large areas, no common walls, everything.
I would just tell them to make a wish list and just compare it with what
What
Mana
would
is
you
offering.
want? And then you definitely get that.
Mana. Live brilliantly.